Welcome to Saxton 4x4 and welcome to the 2022 Range Rover. And join us on the inside. Now, as you can see from my smile, I am gassed to be the one reviewing this car. Range Rovers, to me and to Saxton and to everyone that works at Saxton's, they are a staple for us. From when the business first started 50 plus years ago, we have built a business on 4x4s. Used 4x4s are what we do. We pride ourselves on being the biggest and pride ourselves on having the most knowledge in that area. And Range Rover, from their first release back in 1970 throughout the range, all the derivatives, the anniversary models, we're proud to say we've had most, if not every single one through the door. So this car for us is a huge one, and the fact that I'm sat in one in the used car market before people have had new car orders is mind-blowing. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it over. We're going to slow everything down. I want to go through everything with you: drive, exterior, toys, and then give you our view on this car. So I'm going to find a nice place to pull over and then show you the outside. Let's slow everything down and let's take a look at the design now. First impressions, you can be fooled it's the same car until you take a good look. So you can see completely redesigned front grille, front bumper, there's extra sensors, cameras, all for obviously the adaptive cruise control, the new radar technology. Down the side of the car, the design starts to get a little more exciting. So the new vanes, so periodically they've always ran straight down in a 3. They've cleaned it up, put a bit of a contrast on it, which I like it. They've kept this signature stripe that runs all the way through, which I really like. Mirrors, slightly more condensed. They were a little bit square in the last one. You can see they've sort of chamfered them off, made them a little bit slicker. You've got some extra design going on down the back. This one's got the fixed side steps. You still can have the deployables as well. I like the fixed. I like the way that it gives a bit of stance. Coming around the back now, the back is where the majority of the technology and of course the design has gone into. So for example, I mean, just look at it. It looks absolutely sick. These lights, Range Rover have patented technology on these where the light doesn't necessarily deflect straight out. It's shining inside through a diffuser. And marketing, can you overlay some pretty shots, please? Perfect. So as you can see, they look absolutely stunning, but exterior wise, it's recognizable. It hasn't stepped too far away from what Range Rover are. It's just a really clean, modern take on what was already a modern car. So exterior wise, I think it looks beautiful. And welcome to the inside. Now, one thing I did forget, you've got pop-out handles like on the Velar. So when you drive, they recess in to give that ultra clean look, which I thought was pretty slick. But the inside, you know you're in a Range Rover. It feels very familiar. From the steering wheel, yes, it's redesigned, but the buttons are all in the same place. The dash, as you look at it now, completely redesigned. So it's new technology, new infomedia, and this is almost like, I wouldn't say it's almost like stuck on, but it's not recessed in anymore. Very much like the center console. This, if you're familiar with the new Defender, you're familiar with the tech on this one. This one I thought was pretty slick. It still has all the stickers on. Still have the stickers on. Up the top here, we still have everything on. You know, there's a big misconception that used cars are, you know, really used. This is technically a used car. It still has the stickers on, which I think is amazing. Center console, very familiar. This is all very Land Rover. It's just a clean, modernized spin on the Range Rover. I mean, there wasn't really much to report on the last one in terms of what you could improve. All they've done is clean it up, modernize it. The seats do feel softer, and there's a lot more functionality in there with lumbar, getting your body position right. Oscar, for example, who's holding the camera, loves having so much lumbar that he feels, I wouldn't say pregnant, but there's a lot of lumbar. Me, I like it tucked in. I want to be nice and low. So it depends on how you like to sit. There's so much adjustment, which is amazing. In the rear, standard Range Rover, loads of leg room, lovely recline. You can actually adjust the seat as well individually, which is a nice little spin. Whew. It's a Range Rover. You definitely feel like you're in a Range Rover. This is very Range Rover-esque. Redesigned doors, very similar buttons to the brand new one, so you will have familiarity there. Not massive amount of change, I'll be honest, but what would you change anyway? It's the rear of the car, right? The point worth mentioning that I would say is this car is 75 mil longer. So where that space comes in, I mean, possibly a little bit more leg room. Boot from the eye perspective, it looks pretty much exactly the same. But what's really cool about the seat configurations is previously the 5 and then the 4 if you had the lounge pack. This one now comes with a 7-seater option. So if you do have kids or friends, you can take them with you if you have the 7-seater option. But as far as the rear goes, nice. This particular model has the opening pan roof, and the only other little change is they've slightly redesigned the handles, which I think is quite nice. Just a little bit more of a modern spin. But all in all, very Range Rover, and I have zero complaints. Engines. So of course, new car, brand new car, there are a few subtle changes to the engine range. This one and the other ones, they're going to be, so there's two main options, D300, the D350, 300 brake horsepower, 350 brake horsepower. There are petrol examples coming out. So for example, you're going to get the standard 3-litre petrol. You could also get the plug-in hybrid. Now, what I thought was pretty sick about the new hybrid version, they've managed to extract more mileage out of that car. So now it's 62 miles of range, which is borderline double what you used to get from the old P400s from the predecessor. Of course, that's amazing if you're whizzing around London, city driving. You can do it purely on electric range and you're not sweating about where's my next charge point or if I need to put petrol in. But of course, that does nothing for me. The one I want to see, the 4.4 V8, 530 brake horsepower. I'm not being funny, that is the one. That is the one that I need to see. Now, if you've watched previous videos, our main filmman, Oscar loves speed, don't you, Oscar? Now, this one by no means is the quickest one, as I flatten a moped. Thanks for stopping. Is by far not the quickest one, but it's got a decent drop down. Gearbox is quick, it responds nicely. You don't need anything else in a Range Rover. This is not a dynamic car, but it does what it's supposed to do. And we're back at HQ. As you can see, car park is rammed. It's end of month for us. We have a lot of collections going on. So unfortunately, I've been relegated to the edge of the car park. But I just want to finalize this by just giving you a little bit of summary. This car came with big expectations. This is our staple. This is what we do each and every day. And it delivered. It delivered in absolute bucketfuls, from the comfort, the drive. The new tech is sick. For us, it just ticks all the right boxes, and we cannot wait to get our hands on a little more for that used car market. But for now, I'm gonna leave you guys. It is carnage, there's cars everywhere. Of course, we can't wait to see the new Range Rover Sport. That'll be my personal one. But for now, comment below, what do you guys wanna see next? You know, we get brand new stock in, week out. Comment below what you wanna see next. And yeah, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for watching.